The next step is going to be the creation of this angled roof component. So what we're going to start off doing is select your pencil tool and go ahead and trace the outer edges of the angled portion of the roof so that we have a surface on which to start drawing the location of these different elements. So you'll notice that if we take a look at this elevation, we have a window frame that goes all the way around, as well as individual window panes. So we have 10 window panes, and let's figure out how thick each of these window frames are. So we can say about 0.2 meters, 200 millimeters. So let's start off drawing that. We are going to move in the right-hand direction, 0.2 meters. And then draw a line like so. Do the exact same thing to the other side. So 0.2 meters. Right. If you're having a hard time figuring out if you drew the line or not, bring your pencil and hover in that area. If there is an automatic snap to an area that looks about the distance of where you were trying to draw your line to, that's it. That's the line you've drawn. So once you got that in there, you can go ahead and create the window frame on this side. Now, what happened to the window frame on our other side? I guess we'll redraw it. I think I might have pressed Control Z and had undone that. So let's draw it again. There it is. Okay, we have one more window frame to draw at the top. Now it looks like we don't actually have a window frame at the bottom, which is quite peculiar, but we'll continue with what the drawing tells us. So I'm going to draw a line 0.2 in length, and this is that 0.2 length that we just created. And I'm going to draw this line straight across like so. Alrighty, so that's going to be the frames of each of these individual windows, and now we're going to have to figure out how far apart are each of these windows. I've already counted these. There's 10 windows in total. So if we figure out the length of the dimension from one side of the window frame to the other, we'll get 7.87. That means if we divide that by 10, it's 0.787 meters. So I'm going to draw a line 0.787 meters long. Bring your pencil over, hover, and notice where the green point snaps to. There it is. So here's my first window. I'm going to do the same thing for the remaining windows. 0.787. Find that green button. There's my second. 0.787. Hover over the green dot. Create the third window. And do the remaining windows in a similar fashion. So don't mind the silence. I'm just going to complete this, drawing the remaining 7 windows. Guys, there are our windows. Fantastic. Now we have one more element to complete here, and that is this channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the western elevation, And using the pencil tool, I am going to trace out the profile that we have of this channel. So I'm going to start over here and trace out this entire profile. And now the same amount that is coming inwards from the left-hand side, I'd like to come inwards from the right-hand side. So I'm simply going to select this line, type in Control-C, and press Control-V to paste it. And I'm going to place it right there. Now, I'm going to have to double check on the elevations how far down this channel comes. So I'll zoom out a tad bit, come on over here, and let's verify how deep does this channel go. Starts about there, and it looks to be 0.2 meters. So let's come back over here, use the line tool, and go straight down 0.2 meters. Same thing for the other side, 0.2 meters. Let's go ahead and connect these. And once they are connected, we can go ahead and push this channel all the way across. Looks pretty good. Go ahead and save your file, and this is going to be your submission for exercise 2. Now, actually, sorry, before you even go ahead and do that, make sure to hide all of your adjacent elevations. And hide the other roof components, roof groups that we've made, so that you can easily select the angled roof element, right click, and make it a group. Right, so as a takeaway from this exercise, please do know that each of the different components that our home is made of have been grouped into individual segments. Should we not have done that? If I were to select any surface on my model and try to move it or try to edit it, it would be inherently linked to all other adjoining surfaces, and it makes it very difficult to navigate and work in SketchUp when that is happening. So as a general rule of thumb, once you're happy with a component that you've created in your model, make sure to group it by hiding all other elements that are close to it, selecting it, right-clicking, and going to group. Great job, guys.